What's up, guys? It's been a little while with this one. Drug the budget build drift car out. Started working on it a little bit, and obviously the motor's gone because we stole it for the FC. But pulled a ton of extra wiring out. Got a whole garbage bag full here. Still finishing that up, just to simplify things. If there's ever an issue, or whatever, can find it easily. Got the dash out right now. Probably going to be removing the sunroof. But yeah, finishing up this wiring all the way back. We never really got into any of that stuff. So basically just the mirrors work and the windows work with what's left in here, but we're still running the factory ECU. So we still have to have the key, and we have to have the stupid PATS module because it's Ford junk. So, or the car won't run, or start or any of that good stuff. But yeah, so we got the dash out, and then the other thing is, as I started going through all the engine parts, all I got to do is port one rear iron. It apparently had another bridge ported front iron and a ported center iron, and we're going to be bringing this hood back to life. As you can see, I started to a little bit here, but it was pretty bad, as you can see. It's been sitting outside for 2 years because it's been 2 years since we've gotten to this thing. And the other thing too, it's been 2 years as well. There's a tail light to replace that tail light. So we're probably going to get into that first, and then we're going to start getting into the rest of this stuff. Also going to probably be taking these oil coolers out and going to a single FC oil cooler. We've got one of those. So we're trying to still do this on minimal spending. We're trying not to spend anything, reality. I should have everything to be able to piece that together without buying anything for the engine as well. So let me dig into this, and we'll come back with some of this wiring buttoned up maybe, or ported, or the hood and tail light, because priorities. But I mean, the tail light can go in like 30 seconds. So we'll get to that. And don't forget, we had that giveaway going for the Castrol Super Clean. I kind of let it run a little longer because people can't follow instructions. It was like, comment, and subscribe on the 6-speed swap with the wide body. You can still go back and do it, probably into the end of this month, and then I'll pick a winner. So we'll get into this thing, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. I got a little bit done. Wet sanded and buffed the hell out of this hood. Didn't bother filming it because it took quite a few hours anyways. And we did get that tail light, like I was saying, in. Much better, and started roughing this in. The Bridgeport, still got to cut some more, and then clean up. And then we can start getting this engine pieced together, well, with the rest of the pieces. So I'm going to work on that a little bit more. I got to block off that hole in the tunnel and a couple holes in the firewall before I put the dash back in. And I got to wrap up some of this wiring. So we're going to get into that a little bit. And then once we get all this done, we're going to work on coming up with some type of mounts for the FC oil cooler and getting these oil coolers out of the wheel wells and all that good stuff. So anyhow, let me get back to it. I'm going to get this porting done and some of this wiring. And well, got this wiring done, got the dash back in, made an aluminum plate for the front of the dash so I didn't have to look at the old ugly radio. Put some actual gauges in. So we got oil temp, oil pressure, and coolant temp now, other than the dummy gauges. So all we're using that for now is the tach and speedo, which we'll probably address later. Whatever, it works for now. And that's kind of where we're at with that. We got everything plated up there and there. So we got all the holes in the firewall, and as you notice, we get the bumper off. So like I said, we were going to get into an FC oil cooler. I've got the other oil coolers removed. As you can see, I get the FC oil cooler here. I already started working on it. Got that angle iron there with the bar coming up. So for under here, what's nice is there were the two holes for the original under tray to come up. So what I did is I just made this angle iron, drilled the 2 holes, and we got our mounting plate. So this now, let's see how well I can film this, is going to, I got some measurements on here. There's center of the radiator, center of the oil cooler. We're going to come up. Boy, this is going to be tough with one hand. So we got that plate there. It's going to sit there, roughly welded, and then there, and then I just got to make one more pipe extension up to that. So I'm going to get this welded in and then make my other pipe. So I don't know how well you can see. It's going to sit right there. Pretty simple, easy setup, and that'll get us basically a nice spot for a single oil cooler in the center. Not, I'm trying to get off the floor here, not dangling over in the wheel wells, which you're not supposed to have anyways. So that kills 2 birds with 1 stone, done out of the way. The other big thing is now we don't have oil cooler line coming across, over, back across, over, and then back and back around. So we don't have all these oil cooler lines that have a chance to fail anymore. We're just going to have the 2, just like an FC, the front cover, and then the rear over onto the bottom of this. As you can see, I'll probably switch these to banjos. That way I can come out and around. And we have plenty of clearance here to come through here with the lines, and then keep them right up here underneath everything out of the way. Nice clean setup, a lot less crap. As you can see, I don't have the crossbar in here and stuff like that. So let me get to welding this up there and getting the other side started. A couple things that I didn't go over. I did get this one side tacked up. As you can see, now that I'm not holding it with hands, it's going to sit right there. And that's all even, dead center, all that. I've got the bar to make. I'll show you how I'm going to make that in a second. I am off to this side just a little bit, but that's no big deal right now. The other big thing that this is going to do coming down is it's going to give another mount for the intercooler when I get to that point. But I'm also going to be coming down, excuse me, off of here, and then as you can see, there's bolt holes for the old AC condenser, just M6s. So I'm going to come down with a rod and basically a spacer and weld that, and that's going to stop this from jiggling around, even though it's not going to jiggle around very much as it is. It's a little overbuilt, but whatever, it is what it is. So basically I've got this round tube, and I'm going to come over here and basically figure out my angles here real quick, cut that at an angle, cut that at an angle, and get those tacked in, and then I'll show you where we're at from there. So, but that's that simple. We're going to just be coming down. As you can see, the other side hits, comes across, gets plenty to weld to. Same thing over here. When we get in here, that's going to 45 onto that, and then like a 60 degree on that. But let me get these cut, and we'll see where we're at. I finished tacking it up, and now we can see where we're going with this. It's up here by itself now, no issues. It's only tacked right now. Like I said, for strength on this, it ain't going nowhere, not unless it takes a hit. But like I said, I'm going to come down and just make an extra structure just for vibrational purposes. But I'm going to finish welding this up on the TIG. I might actually put a small bar from here to there, which will also give an additional mounting point for other things like the intercooler and stuff after. And like I was saying with these, I was probably going to do a banjo. I may or may not. Depends on what I got for fittings, or order that. But this I could literally just put a 90 on and shoot it up. Actually, since we're talking about it, we'll see what we've got for clearance, because I didn't even check yet. So I got this 90, and oh, look at that. Let me yeah, no hands. Oh my goodness. Everything's great trying to do with one hand. I wish I had somebody to film with me. But, you know, empty promises from all kinds of people. So that 90 will go on there and actually shoot right up there. Or I can shoot it up a little bit more. Whatever. It's actually tucked in better than the factory lines. Because the factory lines actually come out over behind the wheel well here. So I can shoot that 90 up, and then that will go right up the side of the frame. Technical difficulties here, so it'll go right up the side of the frame here, and then back to the engine block, because that's the rear outlet. So we're looking good. I'm going to finish getting that tacked up probably tomorrow morning, and then we'll be back with a few other things that we're going to do here. I got this all flat blacked anyways. It's all welded up, good to go. So we got to make the lines. But like I said, started piecing this stuff together because it's been 2 years. So I'm trying to find all the nuts and bolts and everything else. And so far, got just about everything. Cannot find bell housing bolts. Got the clutch, alternator, intake. I am lacking a starter for some reason. But started going through rotors and stuff like that. Was cleaning these up because they had the best bearings. But I cannot seem to find apex seal springs or my apex seals, which kind of tosses this. So I was going to reuse a lot of stuff, and apparently now tomorrow I'm going to be taking a trip down to Goopy Performance to pick up some springs, some apex seals, some corner seal springs, side seal springs, and bearings for this thing. And then I will put this thing together. And then I got to source a starter, probably from Alternator, from Alternator. AutoZone, they usually have them in stock, so hopefully I'll get lucky. And then I got to get like an oil filter. Yeah, and then I'm trying to think what else we're lacking here. And then we'll have to have some, I'll probably have some hydraulic hoses made for the oil coolers. I could do it with PTFE, but yeah. If you use hydraulic lines, yeah, it's going to be costly, but they're like, 4,000 PSI or 6,000 or 15,000, whatever the hell they are. They're never going to blow. You're never going to rub through the side of them. You're never going to have a problem. So you might as well do it. It's going to hurt. Yeah, they're going to be a couple $100 a piece. But yeah. So anyways, this is where we are with the drift car for now, because I can't put that in. Well, I can't put it together right now. Yay. But I am going to be modifying, taking these, cutting them off, TIG welding that closed, probably take some stuff off the front cover while I wait. I got to find some bolts for this header. Yeah. So next time we see this thing, we should be putting the engine in it and stuff. Stupid SSD valve, but we'll fix that later. We're alive at Bridgeport. It's kind of have to figure its idle out right now. Of course, an exhaust leak like always. Now you gotta put this back in all over a fucking one plug that was not plugged in right. And then we gotta figure out our stupidness here. But it's alive. We're gonna let it run in a little bit. Add some coolant. So far so good, no leaks. Yep. anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Kind of sucks, not really the way I wanted to do it, but I can't film, hold on stuff still. The gimbal is kind of at times, and it doesn't like to follow. So unfortunately, I wanted to make some content on this because it's been 2 years since we've done anything with this drift car. So, you know, we'll get it together and then we'll go out and have some fun with it. But I'll probably do something while we put it together. I might throw the Adaptronic in it. I do have a nitrous plate for the throttle body on this, and I do have a full tank of nitrous too. So maybe we do plan on turboing this later, but you know, we could throw the nitrous through it for now for big corners. So anyways, like, comment, and subscribe, and go back to the FB 6-speed video. Also like, comment, subscribe, and share here, and we'll see who we're gonna give the Castrol Super Clean package away to. Thanks. Peace out.